Welcome to another episode of Savagetimetv. I'm your host, AB Brisley, and today I have special guest Bethany-Anne with me today. How are you doing today?
I'm great.
That's good. That's good. You a little nervous?
I am, and I don't want to be, but I'm a little nervous. I'm excited. It's nervous, excited energy.
That's good. That's good. You got a big smile on your face.
I'm cheesing a lot.
That's good. That's good. So for everybody that doesn't know, where are you from?
I'm from Philly.
Okay.
Yes.
Philadelphia?
Philly, city of brotherly love.
It's a little rough out there.
I mean, you guys know how to move.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I like Philadelphia though. Good food.
Yeah.
Sixers are cool. How was it coming up out there? Like, how did that just affect your upbringing, your music at all?
Wow.
Philly?
Heavily. I mean, you gotta survive in Philly. I mean, it's a city of brotherly love, but it still has its, its quirks. So just growing up in North Philly and
North Philly. Every
Yeah.
time I gotta go see somebody in North Philly, you gotta drive all the way past I used to hate going to see girls in Philly. They're like, where are you from? North Philly? That's an extra 20 minutes.
Really? All right, but I went from North Philly to the Northeast. So I kind of have my foot in everywhere in Philly, South Philly, stuff like that. So, I mean, growing up for me, it was just survival. Like, you just had to...
Yeah, how you live?
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do and you got to do it. So, and then a lot of that transfers into my music, and that's what inspired me to write. Just having a hard, childhood, that's why I was always able to write. Like, the pen was my friend. Mm-hmm. That sounds cheesy, but I was always able to rely on my writing.
Okay,
so,
yeah. That's dope. So when were you first introduced to music?
I would say I probably was 5. My mom tried to make me and my sisters a Jackson 5. It's 5 of us, and we used to sing in church and stuff. And
oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy I had that experience. It's painful looking back on it now because it's yeah, just singing in the church. My dad's a pastor.
Oh, okay, so you're a pastor girl. Okay. I grew up in church, so that was definitely go to church 2 times on Sunday, go to Bible study Wednesday and Friday. Yes. I can only imagine it was for you because I didn't have none of my family was pastors or anything like that. But I always imagined I can only imagine what it's like.
My parents were really strict. I wasn't allowed to do anything. So yeah.
Okay, that means most of the time when that happens, that means once you were able to do something, you probably gonna walk.
Then you hear my music and it's that's why she sings about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most of the time when you keep the church people bottled in. Most of the time people grow up in church and you're bottled in. When they get older, it just
it's like you're being rebellious. You know? So I had that stage, unfortunately, but
that's part of
we got it under control.
So, with you singing and making music, was that something that naturally came to you, or something that you had to learn over time?
So I always wrote, like I said, and I always sang, but I never really took it serious until back in, I think middle school. I had a cassette tape and I would record myself on a karaoke machine thing. Mm-hmm. And this girl, I guess, that wanted to fight me, she heard my song and was singing it in the hallway. And it was that moment I was like, yo, I have to do this. This girl tried to fight me yesterday, and she's singing my song today.
Did you win?
She didn't know it was me.
I'm saying, did you win the fight?
We did not fight.
Oh.
I knew how to escape fights. What do you mean? It was so many different exits.
So you got up out of there.
Oh, yes.
You got up out of there.
I was dodging all day.
I see. Okay.
I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter.
That's good. Could you describe your sound for us for people that don't know?
Wow, okay. I would describe my sound as eclectic, a real a vibe, a real mellow, you can just zone out to it. R&B, jazzy type feel. I do have one song where I'm rapping. It's called TMI. So that's I like to consider myself to be very versatile. I like to do all different styles of music. Yeah.
I would say it's good to be versatile.
I don't like to be put in a box. It's I love music, so.
Okay. And when did you realize that you wanted to take singing seriously? That's more than just a hobby or something that you do for fun.
Oh, when people were ready to pay me to sing. I was like,
when
okay.
Money came in, right?
When people were ready to pay me to sing, when people were willing to pay me to write for them and to, do features. And I'm like, wow, I can get paid to do what I love. This is cool. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was the music industry an easy transition, learning how to book studio time, just the whole business side, and really learning how it was to make a song and what goes into making a song? Was that an easy transition for you?
Unfortunately, I think a lot was trial and error for me. So
okay,
I had to follow my face.
That's good though. That means you learn.
Oh God, did I learn? I mean, I learned a lot, but especially with, I'm a part of Rec Philly, I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but they make it really easy for creators to be able to put their platforms out there and just like record studio time. So it's a space down in Center City where you can just go like and just book studio time, photo shoots, and all types of stuff. So I mean, it wasn't necessarily hard for me. It's just I found in this industry people won't tell you anything, and you gotta kind of learn things for yourself. You gotta know who to ask, when to ask, and you just have to be genuine, a genuine person. In my opinion, I think.
And when it comes to music, do you find yourself more comfortable in the studio or when you're performing?
Oh my God, in the studio.
Okay.
I love being in the studio. Like I live in the studio.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
What attracts you to the studio so much more than performing?
I am an advocate for marijuana. So
we got to match one of these days.
Yeah, definitely appreciate an extracurricular activity when I'm trying to vibe out, when I'm writing, and I just get to be so creative. It's like my safe space. Whereas on stage, I love the energy from the crowd.
But you're kind of putting out a product, kind of.
It's like it's a little bit more pressure. I'm not as comfortable. I'm more comfortable in the studio than I am on stage. On stage, it's a switch, and it's like okay, but
it's like I'll do this. But I guess when you're in the studio, it's kind of like I can kind of just be myself.
Yeah, no cameras, I get to eat a slice of pizza, and I get to have my tree in my hand and be recording the song.
So for you, it's we gotta have the food, the marijuana, and the studio.
And we could do wine a little bit too. That way.
Oh, you drink wine too? You even lit?
Yeah.
That wine drink is different.
But that's what I'm saying. I put all of that energy into my music, and I think people really can vibe out to it because it's like if I'm comfortable when I'm recording, I want people to be comfortable listening to my music.
Okay. Yeah. And being on a song, would you rather perform solo, or do you like it when you have a feature, or what and why? Or vice versa? I
love performing solo, but I really love collaborations. Like you would think I would have more. I love collaborating with people. I like to see what artists can bring to the table and how they will attack a beat because I know my writing style, everybody has a different writing style. So I appreciate other artists. Like, I'm working with Amelia the Poet for the Lifeguard remix. I'm really, shout out to him. I'm so excited about that because I know what he's going to bring to it. So I really like collaborations. But I'm selfish. I like being on the track by myself.
Oh, okay. Nothing wrong with being selfish.
It's like 50-50. It's like split in half. So
yeah. Okay. And you said you write songs. Could you just describe to me how that is? Because like to me, that I feel like that's so dope to be able to when you sing, but you can also write.
Yeah.
So what came first? Were you writing first or singing?
Oh yeah, definitely writing. Okay, I can write anything. If you need a resume, curriculum vitae, let me know. I got you. Like I write stories, poems, all that. But I think definitely writing came first. Way before singing, and singing is something that I just kind of would practice and fell into.
Okay. So your first love was kind of writing.
Yeah.
Putting your stuff on paper.
Yeah, because I would write for other artists too. I have so many songs. It's like, here, take them.
Okay. No, that's dope.
Because everything's not for me to say,
Right.
And I feel like it's other artists that can deliver it in the way I would want it to be delivered without me jeopardizing my brand. So, yeah.
Okay. That's dope. I like that. Like
and it was hard to get there. Yeah, because at one point I was like, no, it's my song, and I didn't want...
But you still get your credits? Still get your money?
I want to shine.
You get your name.
I know.
You want cameo? She's like, look, I want cameo in the music video. I'm like, I
could do the cameo in the video. I could do that. I'm joking. That's asking for so much.
No, hey, you gotta be versatile.
Right.
You gotta be versatile. Influences. Who has influenced you just with your music? If you had to name some people.
Sade.
Sade,
hands down. I love her. Sade and the Baker.
I understand your vibe now. Sade, the wine, the marijuana.
She is like in my head. She's like my mom, from another life or something. I love her. Her, Anita Baker.
Anita Baker? What you know about Anita Baker?
Chill. I'm older than you though.
What you know about that Anita Baker? Lord.
Anita Baker, oh my God.
Grew up in the church for real.
Yeah, definitely. Luther Vandross.
Me and my boys talking about Luther Vandross earlier.
The Whispers. Like, I like groups. I miss groups. We don't have groups today.
It's so crazy because me and my boy were just talking about Luther Vandross. I really think he might have the best voice ever.
I agree.
It feels like
his voice is like a warm meal on a...
Doesn't it feel... You know what it feels like to me? It's so crazy because I'm a grown-ass man. This shit feels like... When I listen to like Here and Now, I'll be like, it feels like I have a silk blanket over top of me.
Wow.
Like, why does it feel like there's a silk blanket over me?
Yes, you know what? That's so true.
Like
that's
it's
a beautiful song.
He just covers it's just.
He make your song better than yours. Like that's one thing I wish you could have did one of my songs. Like.
Wow, so okay, so you're influenced to some of the oldies
old
for sure.
School. I mean, today I would say like Summer Walker, Jhené Aiko.
Wow, so you're toxic.
Oh no, music, not personality. I said music.
I'm just saying, you listening to Jhené Aiko, and what you said, you listen to Kalani too?
Not as much as I think I should. I don't.
As you think you should?
If that makes any sense.
You want to listen to her more.
I think I do want to listen to her. You want
to immerse yourself into her more.
I'm trying to understand the hype. I get the test.
She's toxic. She's like, you know how Future is?
Okay.
She's like, think about a soft, but the same thing. Like, for example, you're a woman, so you can tell you guys can word things and get the same thing across, but different. Mm-hmm. Like, you could say, fuck you, but you can say it in a different way to where it almost sounds like a compliment.
Yeah.
That's how, like, Jhené Aiko and Kalani are. They're talking about doing you dirty, like,
oh, no.
not hitting you back, not texting, leaving you out there to drive.
Let me choose somebody else. Who else can I choose? Yeah. Who else is on my... Okay.
Well, you don't gotta lie to kick it.
No, I'm not lying. I'm just adding. Okay, so like Doja Cat, I would say Doja Cat. I would say
she's been wilding a little bit.
Oh, okay. I know. I'm choosing some really interesting people.
Hey, just
here.
be the truth. Be the truth.
And I think I would say my last person that influenced me. I don't know. Overall, I want to say just Sierra, just lifestyle, not even sound. Just
you dance.
I will. No, I say that. I will. You know, I never had nobody ask you that before. I mean, I'm laughing because in my head I want to dance, and it's like I don't want to tell myself that I'm not a dancer. I can't dance. It's just I have to learn. So it's like I didn't know how to sing. I didn't know how to drive. I had to teach myself. So I will. Yeah, you guys will see me dancing.
yeah, you like Sierra. You gotta get the dancing down.
Yeah.
So who's your dream collab? If you could work with anybody, have anybody on a song, producers, who would you want to work with?
Dead or alive?
Period. You can bring them back from the dead.
Can I get like two choices? Like
you get two choices. You can make your perfect song.
I'm like changing rules. Okay. So dead, I would have to say, oh my God, Tupac. I'm sorry. So you're a Tupac over Biggie person? Yeah. Wow. Well, that's how we would never be able to smoke marijuana together. What? Because I like Biggie. I like Biggie too. I would never say
Tupac over Biggie. To me, that's just a little blasphemous. We can talk about that offline.
I'm gonna get a shirt that says Tupac with the little greater than and then Biggie.
Wow. I'm joking. You on the East Coast. Remember that? You on the East Coast. You would think we was in California the way you talking.
I know. All right, so yeah, Tupac and alive, I would definitely say Chris Brown, just because he makes everything sound amazing.
You like Chris Brown?
Yeah. What?
It's not Chris Brown. I think Chris Brown. I think because of what happened before in his career, I think people have really lost the fact that he's like one of the greatest of our generation.
I think he is the greatest. Like he's amazing. People just don't appreciate.
No, they don't. They don't because everything's social media.
And they don't know how to separate. They don't know how to separate. It's like everybody's human, everybody makes mistakes, but this man is just, he can dance, he can sing, he's really, really talented. For sure. And all his songs are good.
Okay. What would be your dream event that you would just love to perform at? Like, is there any place like, Rolling Loud, Coachella, the Grammys?
I need Madison Square Garden.
Oh, Madison Square.
I need that fan right there so it can blow my hair. Okay. I need the Beyonce fan, yo.
So you want to perform at Madison Square Garden?
Yes, no social distancing. Okay. We gotta speak this.
Okay. Your new single, Lifeguard. What was the inspiration behind that?
Oh, gosh. All right, so I always wanted to be a lifeguard because... confession, I cannot swim. That stereotype is true. Wow.
No, it's not. I'm a black man and I was in the Navy. I can
You can swim?
I can swim very well.
That is so
I can float too.
I don't float.
Yeah, you can. Actually, it would be easier for you to float, honestly.
I really tried.
You can. It's a mental thing.
You're probably right about that. It's a mental thing. You're probably right.
Yeah, you can't be saying that stereotype that we can't swim. Because I'm a swimmer.
Dang. I mean, I could doggy paddle really well.
You can swim too. You just gotta learn.
Yeah.
The same thing with the dancing. Just something you gotta learn.
Yeah, exactly. You asked me something. What was it?
Was it?
Oh, the song Lifeguard.
Yeah, tell me about your song.
Wait, okay, so
the inspiration behind it.
Yo, like real shit. Like Lifeguard is like very similar to WAP. I'm just very, very slick in what I'm talking about.
So it's like, wow.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't want to drown you. When I come around you, it's so good, I bet. I'm just want to get you wet. Let me be your lifeguard. I'm talking. I'm talking about swimming, if you want to call it that. But I
mean, you're not talking about swimming, but it's okay.
I was just being very creative with my words, and I figured with summer coming up, I could just be creative and. So
you're like the lifeguard save a dude from their own but you're the one who's causing it though.
I want to rescue you from yourself. Right. There's so many guys out here that don't know what they want because of media or like my favorite word, misconceptions, and it's like, let me just rescue you. It's okay. It's just relax. Don't be afraid of your feelings and your emotions.
Okay. I fuck with that. Describe the process of making the record. Like, writing it. Did you write it with something that you wrote yourself?
The way I write now is so funny. I write in the car.
Okay.
And I just put a beat on, and I'm driving, and I'm just like humming melodies in my head, and by the time I get to my destination, I'll have a song, and I'll do like the voice recorder. So that's kind of how I wrote Lifeguard.
Okay. And the time between one of your earlier singles, like "Lie to Me," and then transitioning to Lifeguard, what have you learned? Like in between, what did you learn between one of your first singles and one of your latest? What have you learned in between?
That's a really good question.
I'm a good interviewer.
I learned. You're funny. I just registered. I learned that I should release more music because I have way more songs.
Yeah, but you say you be writing crazy.
I do. I'm just like they're my babies.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Perfectionist.
I am and that's a problem. It's a good thing and a bad thing. Like I have very high expectations for myself and everybody. So.
Okay. What's your biggest strength?
I can multitask.
Okay, versatility, back to versatility.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I'm a people person.
Yeah, you definitely have a outgoing personality.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Shots.
Shots, wine, everything. What hurdles have you had to overcome on your journey as a music artist?
Oh my gosh. Image. Just stop listening to what other people say because what people think about me is not even my business. I had to learn to just trust myself and, be very decisive in what I want. And I guess one of my favorite quotes is like, the goal isn't to live forever, but to create something that does. And I just tell myself that because we used to talk about Luther, the fact that we can go and enjoy this man who's no longer here. That's inspiring to me.
Shout out to
Luther. Yeah, that's why I do what I do.
Okay. And have you started on a full-length album?
I have. I was actually going to drop an album, but because people's attention spans are like -12, I decided to just drop singles.
You can drop an album. Drop like a good little 7, 8. You can do the Kanye West route. Do a nice little 7-track.
I was, but you know what? I decided to release each song as a single only because I feel like I can get more out of the single. I feel like I can just really focus on that one song as opposed to trying to tell a story with a whole bunch of songs that may get overlooked. I'd rather people just be totally engulfed in whatever I'm saying for 3 minutes.
Okay. Have you thought of doing do you do a music video for every song?
Yes, because I love creative directing.
Okay, so it's gonna be you're gonna do like a visual album type thing. Have you thought of that?
That's definitely in the works when I find the right videographer.
I mean, we have a pretty good videographer here.
I see you're here. We won't talk. No, like seriously, like my ideas are super crazy and really out there, never been done before, and it's really hard trying to find someone that can understand what I'm trying to do.
We got you. What's your favorite feature that you had the pleasure to either be on or have somebody on your song?
Oh my gosh. I would have to say. I would have to say My Boy Live because my song Quarters is one of my favorite songs.
Okay.
So.
Who's the feature?
Live.
L-Y-V-E.
Yeah.
L-Y-V-E.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Live.
Yeah, he's an artist as well. So he's a rapper and everything, and we actually are supposed to be working on a video for that because everybody thinks quarters, I'm talking about change, but I'm talking about bedroom quarters. Yeah, people didn't register.
Oh, the quarters.
The song is I want you in my bedroom. So I'm saying bedroom quarters. I thought people would get that, but.
Yeah, some people you gotta slow it down.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Producing, is that anything you've ever wanted to get into since
I started during quarantine.
Making beats?
Yes, I have. And I'm actually really good at it. And it's scary because I'm like, I could have been doing this whole time.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying as far as quarantine being a blessing. Like, I'm paying for beats that I can make better ones myself now.
Okay.
If I need beats, let me know.
That's dope. Are you going by the same name, DJ Bethany?
No, I'm not. So my complete.
What's your producer name?
Y'all won't know. They won't even know it's me.
Is that the name? Y'all won't even know it's me?
No, it'll just be an alias.
Oh, so you're gonna do like the Weeknd type thing?
I guess. See, I don't even know. He does it. He makes beats.
But when the Weeknd first came out, like nobody knew who he was. It was just like there was no face to the.
I'm not gonna put a face to it. It's probably gonna just be like Beth Beats or something like that.
Oh, see, Beth Beats.
Yeah, but BEF.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotta bring some ghetto in there. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Modeling, is that anything you've ever looked into getting into?
I used to model and I hated it.
Why did you hate it?
Because they kept calling me plus size and I don't like the term plus size.
I would say you're
because I don't call them negative minus size, like the really hungry looking people.
Okay.
I'm on camera.
No, say
but I'm just being honest. I didn't like being called plus size because I'm just like, it's people buying stuff that I have naturally, and you're not calling her plus size, but you're calling me plus size. I had a huge issue with that, and then not being able to speak. I'm a talker, so I couldn't just stand somewhere and be quiet. So yeah.
Like stand here, put on this clothes, go.
Yeah.
Be a robot, basically.
Yeah, I couldn't. That wasn't for me.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so the modeling's definitely not.
Definitely out.
Okay. What are your thoughts on switching it up? What are your thoughts on the the state of the country right now, just with everything going on, coronavirus, the shootings, things like that? Could you give me your quick thoughts on that?
I think it is very important to protect your peace. I've been talking to a lot of my people don't, and even just being on your phones. Like I haven't watched the news in 7 years, and I'm completely fine with that.
You haven't watched the news in 7 years?
I have not watched the news, and I will not watch the news because I'm an empath, and like I know that just being able to consume all of it, and I can't do anything about it. It's not going to do anything for me. Some people can take action and do certain things, and like to be aware, but I don't like to invite negativity into my space. It's really unfortunate what's going on with the country. I just want people to be able to take action and not react, like as a lot of people react and
Okay. And could you
let's bring Black Panthers back. Let's have some meetings, organize, and that's it.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
I support that. Mental health. What's your definition of mental health?
My definition of mental health is being able to, like, for yourself.
Yeah, for yourself. For you.
So being like mentally healthy, just being able to, I guess, just know who you are, look in the mirror, and just be proud of who you are, and not like hiding in a corner somewhere. It's a lot of people that put on this brave face and they're really just not okay. So I think just being able to just know that you're okay, spending time by yourself, learning what you like, what you don't like. I had to do all that during quarantine.
Trial and error.
Yeah, so like, I mean, everybody goes through stuff. So sure. I hate when I'm like, how are you? I'm okay. No, like, how are you? You can tell me.
Okay.
So.
But you're an empath.
Yeah, yo. Like,
y'all be wanting to know, like, I want to feel.
I don't want to know, but like, I know. Like, I met this one guy before, and I knew something was off, and like, he was the nicest guy. We were talking, and come to find out, like, I was talking to him about his name, and then I found out something like traumatic happened to him with his name, and he ended up opening up to me about it, and I didn't even really know. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with coronavirus, like you said, a lot of things with music, it's impacted a lot of people become creative, put out a lot of why can't I think of this word? Put out a lot of content.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite music of this year that you've listened to, other than yourself?
I'm obsessed with Summer Walker's Her Little Jam.
Summer Walker.
Listen.
I went and saw her in concert. She live. I saw her twice actually.
Do you like her?
Yeah, she has strippers come out on her stage.
Because every time I say Summer Walker, you have like this daunting.
I just know that Summer Walker, Kalani, like I know women that usually listen to them. You gotta keep your head on the swivel.
Because you gotta get out of Delaware.
I travel a lot. I'm just saying, if she listens to Giant Echo and she's from Washington, I'm keeping my head on the swivel. Like,
okay.
She might try to take my heart and rip it apart, and then sing to me softly about it.
We'll be praying.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do. I guess like Moonchild. I like all music. Empire of the Sun. I don't know if you know.
Empire of the Sun. What's that?
Yeah, Empire of the Sun. They're like a group, 2 guys.
Okay. You listen to DVSN? Division?
No.
Wow, you should.
What is it?
Division, DVSN.
Okay, I try to listen to a new song every day.
Okay, that's dope.
So, yeah, I listen to all types of stuff. Like, I even like Nickelback.
Nickelback?
Don't.
Wow.
Nickelback is dope.
So it's pizza, wine, and
Nickelback. Like I like rock music too. So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you out there all around the board.
Mhm.
Okay. So what are your future goals, like personally, professionally, musically, for the next 2 or 3 years?
Well, ultimately having my own production company, media company, label, like studio, because I did graduate 2020. Yeah, I'm in the process of trying to get back into acting. So I'll do acting over modeling.
Oh, so you want to act?
Yeah, I'll do act. I act every day.
I'm gonna need some. I need some actors for some. I have some things planned definitely for like miniseries.
Yeah. So stuff like that, like little skits, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay, for all your new fans and for people that look up to you as a role model that you do know, don't know, what would be your message to them about following your dreams?
About them following their dreams?
If you had to give them a message about that, what would you tell them?
Pressure. I already gave you my good quote.
It's like talking to your 3 little daughters. Like, what would you tell them about following their dreams?
Oh my God, more pressure. Okay, so like, I would just say, just go for it and never stop, because you never know. It only takes one person to say yes. So like, you can have a whole bunch of no's, and even if you keep losing, it's just like, it just won't take that one person to get you to where you need to be. So just never give up, because if you like, what's the one quote? I'm a quote person. A winner is just a loser that tried one more time. So like.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I like to tell that to my daughters.
That's a good one. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for the opportunity for coming to Savagetimetv TV.
Yay! Thank you for having me.
No problem. And where can all your new fans find you?
Okay, you guys can find me on YouTube, Bethany-Anne, Twitter, Bethany-Anne1, Instagram, I.am.Bethany-Anne. Everything's Bethany-Anne with an E, A-N-N-E. Okay. They're gonna put it down here. Can I do this?
Yes, you can do that.
All right.
That's totally fine.
Right here. Y'all gotta put it.
Okay. Well, yeah, we got Bethany-Anne with us. This is Savagetimetv TV. I'm your host, A.B. Brisley, and this is another great episode. You know where you can find us at? Everywhere. Just type in Savagetimetv TV in the search bar. Peace out. Shout out to Diddy.
That's great.
That was great.